Well, howdy y'all. Handy Redneck here. 11th of April, 2019. Not a lot going on today. I've been out helping others. I helped a friend set up a potato tower like one of mine. And then I went out and I played in a couple of ditches and got some plants ready to go. So hang on a second. Alright, I'm back. I changed up the porch a little bit. We still got our 14 pots of turmeric and ginger. I need to figure out which one of these is a ginger and take it to a friend. That looks like that's a ginger. Alright, we'll take that one to a friend. The thyme is taking its sweet time. All 5 of the onions are up here. The marjoram is woo. The marjoram is on the same schedule as the thyme, evidently. We got sweet peas up, about half a dozen. I dug in right here and found another one. Because I was wondering if I needed to replant or not. The avocado tree is putting on new growth. It's starting to love the weather. So it'll be taking off here in no time, and I'm going to have to find a new place for it because the ceilings in the house ain't big enough. But I took some of the buckets off the porch because that there kiwi is starting to fill in with its leaves and shading some stuff. So I moved some stuff around, and I'll probably have to move some more stuff around. But I'll show you where I moved stuff and whatnot. Now, as you can see, these lemon trees did get some sunburn on them, but they're actually coming out with new growth on most of them. So that's a good thing. They'll be doing good in no time. The chamomile is about twice the size it was when I planted it, so it's doing good. If you look in here real close, I don't know if you can see them or not, but there's little dots of green in there. That's where I planted some what's called strawberry spinach, and it's planted all throughout here. Echinacea is alright. The parsley, woo! Look at that. Look at that parsley. It's up over 4 inches already. Our bucket of twigs that we got. All these twigs are fruit tree branches. They seem to be doing all right. You know, they're starting to leaf out. I'm just hoping that they're trying to root out as well. Each one of those branches got crushed at the bottom and dipped in rooting hormone. So we can hope that they do something. We'll go down the stairs here. Now, out here next to the mulberry tree is one of the buckets of cucumbers, and as you can see, it's got its trellis on it, and then it's loosely tied to the tree, so we don't harm the tree. Over here to the first potato tower, it's coming along nicely. All 4 potatoes are up and alive. This is the one that got hit by the cold hardest, and as you can see, it's back up. Over here, out of the 5 we planted here, 3 of them are up, and I cannot find hide nor hair of the other 2. You know, I'm digging in here looking for them because I know that they're supposed to be in here, but I don't know where they're at. So I think I lost 2 of these 5, but that's okay because I got 2 more towers of Magic Molly taters. Down here, you can see the carrots. The carrots are starting to put on real carrot leaves. The little, what you call them, amaranth, no, those are quinoas, are slow but progressing. The turnips here, they're starting to put on real leaves, so hopefully they'll take off here in a bit. Same with the kale and the Brussels sprouts. Down here, you can see the golden giant amaranth. Step over here to the pumpkin tower with the Big Mac's pumpkins. You know, they're starting to adapt and take a good hold. Now over here we got at the tater towers. Yeah, this one's kind of cool. Look there. See that little molehill? Well, that's not really a molehill. That's a tater popping up through there. And then we got another one, molehill, and over here that should be up in no time. So those should be coming up here pretty soon. And once they're up, we'll let them grow 5-6 inches, and then we'll put some more soil in with them. Next to this, in between the 2 newest tater towers, we got the bean tower. That's the bean bucket down there, and the tower comes up about 5 feet up it. On the other side of the tater tower, we got the rest of the cucumbers. The yellow straight neck squash, zucchini squash, it ain't come up yet. I did go out and hop in a ditch and got a friend of mine 4 elderberries that I just potted up tonight, so hopefully at least one of them survives. Next to those, I've got I went ahead and potted up some of my lemon balm to give away. Then I got from another ditch across from my mother's house, I got this here lilac that I potted up for another friend. You know, as I run across the lilacs, I'll try to get them and pot them up and get them spread around. Our purple Molokai sweet taters, here they are. They're easily double the size of when we got them, so I'm pretty happy with them. This is a first year for them, so we'll most likely, most of the sweet taters we get from them, we'll try to keep at least 2 of them to give us some slips to start next year. Moving on over, our spinach is starting to put on true leaves, so it won't be too long till we're eating spinach. And along with the spinach, we'll be eating onions. The cabbage back there, it's starting to put on real leaves, so that shouldn't be too long. If you look real careful in here, you should be able to see celery. we got coming up, so that'll be good. That's real good for the heart. Most celery even has more potassium than a banana too. So the tomatoes are doing quite well. The Arkansas Travelers have just really taken off. This one here is doubled in size since I planted it. Moving on along, over here we got our beets. The beets are on the same time schedule as the thyme, but what's more interesting is right next to them, the other celeries have started coming up. Down here, right there, that's the Chinese spinach amaranth. It's up. All the buckwheat's up. Most of the okra has come up. Looks like some of these burgundy ones ain't did so good. We're missing at least 2 of those. But the cow horns, all 6 of those come up. The red Cylindra beets, well, they're also on the thyme and marjoram time frame, slow. The butternut squash has gotten a bit of a sunburn, but I don't mind. If I lose it, I lose it, you know. It was planted just for fun anyway. Down here, in amongst the corn, you know I come back through the other day and planted some additional corn where we were missing some, but in these little molehills we got some of our asparagus beans coming up through those. So in here we got corn, asparagus, yard-long beans, and 2 different types of cantaloupe. So they're running to beat the band. We'll come over here. This is one of our 2 pawpaw trees we got last year. As you can see, it's getting nice leaves on it. So this year, I'm hoping by the end of this year it to be 6-7 feet tall for both of them. This one's the smaller of the 2. It's about 18 inches. The other one's about 2 foot. So I'm hoping we get us a nice jump. Over here, again, this is one of the 3 buckets of yellow straight neck zucchini squash, and they ain't sprouted yet, but we'll give them a chance. I moved the bucket of loofahs down here and put a cage around them. They're right next to one of the kiwis, and this kiwi ain't looking too healthy. But that's alright, because we got 3 kiwis, you know. If that one dies, we still got 2. And it takes 2 to make more. Now, over here, these are our giant Mongolian sunflowers that are up. These things can grow 14 feet in the air. So, to let you know just about how tall that is, we're going to step back a little bit. There's the apple tree that's in bloom. That thing's about at the top right there. That's about 15 feet in the air. So these little sunflowers have the potential of getting that tall. So we may have to build some kind of cage to help support them and hold them up. Well, that's about it too. Huh. We got us a hole here. Oh, I know what that is. It used to be an old tree stump there. Now it's an empty hole. We're going to have to get that full of dirt. Pretty quick. I'll get that done tonight. I got a couple bags of topsoil. I'll pour 1 or 2 into it and pack it in. But yeah, that's about it. As you can see, this wisteria I dug out of the ditch, it's already blooming. I got a friend named Carla. She loves wisteria, and she just recently got herself her own house last year, so I think I'm going to gift this one to her here in the next couple of days. Anyway, this has been a handy redneck. I'll talk at y'all later.